Welcome to Asia's largest bird park. Today we are visiting the Jurong Bird Park that is a part of the other zoo that we went to yesterday. And it's a perfect day, not too cold, not too warm.
If you're brand new to our channel, we'd like to welcome you. We're a crazy family of 5 on a mission to visit every country in the world. Right after the pandemic and the world opened fully back up, we left the country of New Zealand and headed onwards to Thailand and then to Singapore, where we stayed at a really nice home exchange, based ourselves for a little while, and went to see everything that Singapore had, which included zoos, night safaris, bird parks, Sentosa Island, meeting up with kids that were attending school with the girls. So we invite you to come discover this city and all it has to offer. So this morning in Singapore, we are choosing a different route. We're not going to do the public transport, although today there's a nice breeze and it doesn't feel as hot as the other days. But to get to where we're going to next would be 2 hours doing public transportation. So we're doing 2 taxis, and to be honest, the taxis have been such a hassle here in Singapore. We can't book them on Grab, we can't book them on this other Go Check or something. So we found another app called Comfort, and we finally were able to book. But it seems like we had this trouble the other night. You search and then you say, please search again, please search again. Long story short, it just doesn't work. And forget about trying to book one for 6-seater, doesn't happen. So we're taking 2 cabs. Here we go, off to our next destination.
You guys.
That ride felt like forever. It feels like Singapore is such a massive city. I can't believe it.
Welcome to Asia's largest bird park. We are lucky because we are going to see the Easter Wonderland, because it only happens the 1st of April all the way through to May the 3rd. So we're just in time for it. Alright, so there is the 4 parks. There's the Night Safari, the Singapore Zoo, there's the bird park here, and then lastly there's the River Wonders. So how the pricing works is you can do them individually, the parks, like the 4 we've done, or you can do a package deal for $88 for one person. You can get access to all 4 parks, which then is amazing because I would recommend seeing them all because they're all uniquely different and just incredible to see. Oh, and I should mention, for the price of 2 parks, you could pay the same price and get access to 4 parks. And if you decide to just do 1 park, like for example the bird park here, it's $38 for 1 adult. So this is a map of the area. We are here. There's trams you can go all along. There's 2 main feeder spots to watch shows, a kids area, and then fast food restaurants and coffee shops along the way.
If you guys have planned a trip before, you know how much goes into it, how much planning it takes, and all those hours that you spent. Guys, how much time do we realistically spend planning our trips?
Way too many hours. You guys have no idea.
I sometimes feel like this is all we talk about. What we're gonna do, what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Well, there's a solution for you guys, and it's completely free. It's called Magic. MagicTravel.ai is a whole new way of planning a trip, because what usually takes you hours to plan out what to see, what to do, how long to take from A to B, it literally does it within seconds. And so you say where you want to go, and it spits out a whole itinerary. So you can say, I want to go in 1 day, 3 days, etc. And it gives you reviews, tells you the most important key things about the area, shows you exactly where it is on the map. So it brings travel planning to a whole new level and literally simplifies your life. And I thought it'd be really cool to travel to the past and let them know what it's like using AI. Let's go. All right, so I'm in 1920 in a medieval garden here in Europe. Guys, I'm from the future.
Beg your pardon? What? I beg your pardon?
I come from the year 2023.
How could that be? That's preposterous.
This is how you travel in the future and how you plan your trips. You go on a computer.
What's a computer?
What's a computer?
You say, where do I go? How do I plan a trip? And it just spits it all out for you.
I can't quite comprehend.
You could
what
say,
she's
where
telling
do
me.
I park? It tells you the best place to stay hotel-wise, even gives you discounts.
But how will the horses know where to go?
None of this horse and buggy kind of stuff. It also helps you guys find the best deals on hotels. Ooh. Visit growingupwithoutborders.com/magic for your personal AI travel assistant.
So there's a boy in my class named Hacky in my Crimson Global Academy class. He actually lived in Singapore for 6 years and he said this is one of his favorite parks.
looks like we're in Florida. We got all the pink flamingos.
We decided to start with the tram, which gave us a great perspective of how big this park is, and so that way we know our bearings and what to see and where to go.
So we just took the tram to stop number 3 and now we're going to the waterfall aviary.
This is gonna sound so bad, but I saw a fork and a knife. I'm really excited about that because man, oh man, I'm in need of a coffee. All this walking, we did 20,000 steps yesterday, 18,000 steps the day before, and I'm feeling it. You feeling it?
Yeah, that's what was nice about taking a taxi too this morning and rather than taking the whole metro system.
Chloe, how many times did you fall asleep on the taxi ride?
So many. I just kept falling asleep. Your reaction, Mom. Shh, the cafe's closed.
This is the whole aviary. It's like being outside. No way. What's wrong? What do you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong? There's a waterfall. What? Oh, the cafe's closed. Oh, that's no big deal.
As it is Easter season, they have these eggy fun facts, they call it, all around here, which is really cool because you learn so many interesting facts. Like, did you know an ostrich egg can weigh up to 1.5 kilos? Did you guys know that here in Singapore, 4.9 million eggs are eaten a day? That's like almost eating the entire population of New Zealand. Can you imagine?
Our next stop was to go watch the show called High Flyers, where you can see birds flying all around. This was probably the funniest part of the show because the parrot literally sung happy birthday.
And they ended the show with a grand finale with all the birds on the stage.
They're ginormous. Ain't no tiny ants.
And for our second show of the day, we went and watched the Kings of the Sky show where we saw real vultures right in front of us, aka all the birds that are predators.
Come to these parks, you actually learn so much about the birds and everything about them. They also breed them and rescue the birds here. Our next stop was to the African treetops and a quick break for a coffee.
Like a twin bridge down there. And I'm guessing they're African because it says African treetop, but I'm not fully sure. Love drawbridges, they're fun.
I find it just fascinating how perfectly and wonderfully God made the world, because you see all these little nests, they're on the edge of a little trim little twig of a branch, and no predator can get to them, and then they have to like fly up and into their little nest, and it's just amazing, like what we've learned today from all the birds, each little function and what they do, and it's just fascinating. The other thing that's fascinating is, like yesterday, we learned all about the elephants, and elephants are great gardeners because they don't digest all their food, so when they poop it out, they're technically planting seeds everywhere they go. Isn't that amazing? That's what I mean, like every animal and the whole ecosystem is just perfectly and wonderfully made. Unbelievable.
Oh, it's funny looking.
Should I be concerned? Keep shiny objects, jewelries away from sight? Uh-oh.
Too many. Gosh, these birds are all over you. They're crazy. They bite trying to jump on you like crazy.
It says
I was
there's a
just
sign.
standing looking at one, and it almost jumped on top of me. I had to walk back, and it followed me.
Okay, I've removed my necklace. Let's see what happens. Angelique with monkeys, animals, and birds. We should, I'll film her, and you guys can find out what happened when we were in Bocas del Toro in Panama. She got so scared.
Two buddies.
They are really pretty.
Hello.
You want to know a fun fact about our channel? When we were first starting, the girls were still quite young, and something that they brought with them to every single country was a little blankie. And a blankie in French we call un dodo, like a dodo. So I suggested at first to say we should be called the traveling dodos, except for the name like dodo bird, most people know as like being a stupid bird, and tying into this whole bird park. When you think of a bird's brain, most people say birds are not very intelligent or smart because they can't really learn new tricks very easily. But the reality is they're born with instincts. And one of those instincts, for example, is migration. Like it's just like natural. It's not like they learn it from other birds around them or that they're taught it from their parents. It's just an instinct in them and they just do it. Isn't that amazing? The one bird that's absolutely fascinating is the albatross, the royal albatross, which we saw in Dunedin, New Zealand, and of course the kiwi bird. The kiwi bird is amazing because the egg inside of it literally takes up half its body size. Imagine. Crazy, right?
It would have actually made sense if we called our YouTube channel The Traveling Dodos because birds migrate. Do dodos migrate? I don't know. Anyways, and we migrate to different countries. I have no clue what a dodo bird looks like, how it acts, nothing. I've never even seen one.
Me neither, to be honest. Chloe's turned into a photographer today.
I'm on a mission!
So this park closes around 6 o'clock. We've got about 15 more minutes, so we're gonna go quickly see the parrots and the pelicans, not pelican eyes. Pelican eyes is a place in Nicaragua. But yeah, it was a really good park, really easy to navigate, especially if you have the trams.
Don't you guys find it fascinating that we've been here all day and not one bird has pooped on us yet?
Well, don't jinx it!
All right, the last thing we're gonna go see is the parrots called Parrot Paradise.
Kisses!
Oh my. Oh my.
It's pretty funny that you never think of things like bird trafficking. I've
so
never
sad.
thought of that before.
We're actually moving this park closer to the other parks and it's gonna be much bigger. So by the time you watch this video, it might have been moved, maybe not, but yeah, it's gonna be changing. And that's a wrap on day 3 here in Singapore. We then headed back to our lovely home exchange to get a good night's rest before tomorrow's big adventure. Stay tuned, follow along, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!